What is going on, guys? Your shredded brother from another mother. And when it comes to upper arm training, I almost guarantee you that you are prioritizing your biceps over your triceps. In fact, I recently took a community poll and over 50% of the people said between their biceps, shoulders, and triceps, the triceps are the muscle group they neglect the most. But you're going to leave today's video obsessed with training your triceps because the triceps is actually the most important muscle to have bigger looking arms. And I'm going to make a guarantee. I'm going to show you 11 tricep exercises in today's video. And I almost guarantee you that nobody watching has tried all 11 of these tricep moves. So I encourage you, take some notes for the next 5 to 6 minutes. And you are going to leave today's video with some tricep exercises that you absolutely love and feel incredible activation in. And if you learned something new today, do me a favor, give this video a big like, subscribe if you're new here, tap that bell because we have new videos every single week, and let's dive right into these 11 tricep exercises. First tricep exercise is the X press. Now this is gonna be an incredible lateral head activator, which is that big meaty part on the outer portion of your tricep. Very important you pay close attention to form on this exercise. Number one is you do not want to go up too high. So if you're coming up all the way right here, you're taking tension away from the triceps. Don't go any higher than the part of your lower chest right here. Number two is we want to stop and squeeze for a hard contraction at the bottom of every single repetition. Really focus on your mind-muscle connection and squeezing at the bottom of every single repetition. For this tricep movement, I recommend a T30 set, which means 30 seconds time under tension. The second tricep exercise is the unilateral rope pushdown. You're gonna grab the bottom of that rope. And I really like this exercise on my knees. So you're gonna go on your knees, and I really want you guys to pay attention to only moving your forearm. You're gonna lock in your elbow close to your body, and you're only gonna move your forearm on this exercise, and you're really gonna focus on contracting your triceps. This movement is great for the long head, but it's also hitting the medial and lateral head of the tricep muscle. Also very important that we're not going all the way up here. You're stopping just above 90 degrees and you're going down, squeezing, going up slow and controlled. I'd say for about a 2-second eccentric on every single rep, which is a part where we're coming back to the starting position. Squeeze, go back slow and controlled. Amazing exercise. I recommend you guys go between 12 and 15 reps on each arm on this movement. Third tricep exercise is the iso tricep pushdown. Now, it looks a little bit similar to the previous exercise. The big difference being that we're gonna just use like a cable handle, and we're gonna go an underhand grip on this position, and the same rules are gonna apply. We're gonna lock in our elbow, we're not gonna go too high on the way back up, and you're gonna really focus on squeezing and contracting, but you're gonna be a little bit across your body as you go back towards on the eccentric portion of every rep, squeezing hard at the bottom of every single repetition. Now, this is, of course, an isolation movement. I recommend you go T30, 30 seconds time under tension on this movement. And I just want to give you guys a ton of variety in this video because you're going to feel a little bit different contraction across all of these exercises. Next tricep exercise is the slow negative underhand triceps. Now, this one, we're really gonna focus on the long head. So you're gonna face away from the machine. Your body's gonna be at a slight angle. And what you really wanna do is stretch that long head. And we're gonna accomplish this with our body at a slight angle and going up very slow, all the way towards like our mid to upper chest now on the eccentric portion. So we really wanna focus on 3-second negatives. So explode down on the concentric and then 3-second negative, get a nice stretch on the long head and back down. You wanna go heavy on this in the 8 to 10 repetition range while focusing on the negatives. Remember guys, the eccentric portion of every single repetition is where we create more healthy micro tears. So this is a great mass builder for the long head of the triceps. Tricep exercise number 5 is the floor dumbbell skull crusher. Now, you can also perform this tricep movement on a bench. Now, I slightly prefer the floor because I feel like you're more stable and you don't really need to go any bit lower than the floor to get a nice stretch on the long head. Now, very important on this movement, we're gonna angle our arms back slightly. So they're not gonna be directly over your forehead, they're gonna be angled behind you. And I really want you to always tell yourself this on these skull crush movements. Don't think of just pushing up. Think about pushing up and pushing out away from your body. Just this little mindset switch while I was doing my tricep skull crushers gave me a much better mind muscle connection in the long head. So this is a great exercise. You're really indirectly hitting all three tricep heads, but always tell yourself push not only up, but push out on every single repetition. Next tricep exercise is a great mass builder, and it is the pin press. Now, this may look like a bench press with bad form, but what we're doing here is the triceps work more on the first part of the movement. When you're all the way down here on, say, the bench press, you're hitting more chest. So we want to really go heavy on this exercise, and using a Smith machine and setting the pin allows you to go heavy and not even need a spotter on this exercise. So hands are going to be slightly inside, shoulder width apart, and we're going to go down, I'd say about like 4 to 6 inches away from our chest. We're going to explode back up on every single rep. So this is a great mass builder for the medial head and the lateral head. And I really want you guys to track your lifts on this. This is a mass building tricep movement. So track your lifts and stick in the 6 to 10 repetition range on your sets. Next tricep exercise is the wide grip tricep press down. Hands are gonna be outside shoulder width apart this time, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna move the activation towards the center. So we are really gonna hit our long head and our medial head on this movement. Remember, the long head of the triceps is the largest head. So this is a fantastic mass builder for the long head that allows you to go fairly heavy. Now, once again, we're not going all the way up here. You're stopping just above the 90-degree point, keeping your elbows locked in, really focusing on only moving your forearms and going nice and heavy. I recommend going in the 8 to 10 repetition range on this movement. Next up, we have the isolateral underhand grip tricep press down. We're gonna be in a kneeling position on this exercise. We're gonna be in an underhand grip position. We're gonna lock in that elbow, and we're really gonna focus on strong contractions right on that lateral head. This is a great exercise hitting the long head and also the lateral head. Of course, it's more of an isolation movement. I really want you guys to focus on time under tension on this exercise. And it may look similar to a few other moves we've done so far in the video, but these little subtle variations to even kneeling versus standing, our grip positions, make a world of difference in activating your triceps. Next tricep exercise is the Tricep Pushdown, hands inside shoulder width apart. And what's different about this move is we're gonna stay in a very tight range of motion where we're gonna put maximum activation on the triceps. So I recommend going a T30 set, 30 seconds time under tension, where you're not counting reps, you're just staying in that tight range of motion. So you're not locking all the way down at the bottom, you're not coming all the way up, you're just staying in that tight range of motion where our triceps are gonna be activated for the entire exercise. Next up, we have the dumbbell tricep kickbacks. Awesome exercise, hit all 3 heads. And you can do this a few different ways. I like doing this standing and doing a mirror rep drop set. And what I mean by that is you're gonna grab, say, a pair of 25s, and you're gonna do that for 10 to 12 reps. Then you're gonna drop the weight 20 to 30%. You're gonna do another 10 to 12 reps immediately. So let's say, for instance, you go 25s, you might drop it down to 17.5s or 15-pound dumbbells. If you start at 30-pound dumbbells, the drop set, you're gonna go down to 20-pound dumbbells. So definitely try a drop set to add intensity to this move. Last but not least, we have the dumbbell overhead triceps. Fantastic mass builder for the long head. Really allows you to go heavy. Now, the biggest mistake that I see is people flaring their elbows as they go down on the eccentric portion of every single rep. Make sure you do not do this. You try to keep your elbows in as tight as possible, get a nice stretch to that long head, and then explode back up. So this is an exercise you definitely want to track your lifts on and go in the 8 to 10 repetition range until failure. So we have a very special time now on the channel. We're doing the first ever top troll comment giveaway. So we're gonna go to my last video on how to get wider biceps. And my man, Terry Stover says, haha, this clown tries to rip off everything Jeff does. So I'm pretty sure he means Jeff Foster, a former Indiana Pacers basketball legend from the 90s and 2000s. No idea who he's talking about here. But anyways, we want to spread good energy on this channel. So to enter today's giveaway and win a free bottle of Superhuman pre-workout, you have to give Terry Stover a compliment below. So I'll actually start. I said, Terry, you are a nice man with a nicer mustache. So this channel is all about spreading good energy. So leave Terry a comment down below, and also make sure you subscribe and tap the notification bell to be eligible for today's giveaway. And I'm gonna pick one epic compliment to Terry to win a full bottle of Superhuman pre-workout. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big like. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe, tap that bell, and I will see you guys on the next video.